Birju and Shakti's lost treasure. In a quiet little village lived two inseparable friends, Birju and Shakti. Since childhood, they had done everything together, studying under the banyan tree, running through the fields, playing games, and even getting scolded by their teachers. Their bond was admired by everyone in the village. But as they grew older, responsibilities started to weigh on them. Their families wanted them to earn money and make a living. One evening, sitting outside their huts, Birju sighed. "Shakti, we must do something. We cannot depend on our parents forever." Shakti nodded. "You're right. Let's go to the city and look for work. There must be opportunities there." The next morning, with some food and water packed, the two friends set out on foot toward the city. Their path took them through a dense forest. Birds chirped overhead, and the thick trees cast long shadows on the narrow trail. After hours of walking, they grew tired and rested under a tree. When they started again, their eyes caught something unusual. Under a large tree lay a big leather bag, half buried in dry leaves. Something inside sparkled as the sunlight hit it. Both rushed toward it, hearts pounding with excitement. They hesitated for a moment, afraid it might belong to someone dangerous, but curiosity got the better of them. Slowly, they untied the bag, and to their astonishment, it was full of gold coins. Their eyes widened. "So much gold," whispered Birju. "We can live like kings." "Yes," Shakti agreed eagerly. "No more hard work, no more hunger. We'll never need jobs again." They decided not to continue to the city. Instead, they would return to their village, carrying the treasure. As the sun began to set, hunger gnawed at their stomachs. They sat under a tree to eat. Birju spread out the food while Shakti went to fetch water from a nearby well. On his way, Shakti's mind turned restless. "Why should I share half? If I had all these coins, my family would never know hardship. I could buy land, cattle, servants, everything." Near the well, he spotted a sharp weapon lying on the ground, perhaps left behind by a traveler. Greed whispered in his ear. He picked it up and tucked it under his clothes, thinking, "Tonight, I'll get rid of Birju and keep the treasure for myself." But back at the camp, Birju too was not free from evil thoughts. As he prepared food, he murmured, "If Shakti disappears, I won't have to divide these coins. I'll put poison from these wild berries in his food. Once he eats, the gold will be mine." Both friends, blinded by greed, plotted against each other. When Shakti returned with water, he waited for the right moment to strike, but Birju noticed the weapon hidden under his clothes. Suspicion arose. At the same time, Shakti noticed Birju eyeing him strangely and avoiding the food he had prepared. They both grew uneasy. Finally, Shakti lashed out, trying to scare Birju with the weapon. Birju, frightened and angry, shouted, "I knew it! You want to kill me for the gold!" "And you wanted to poison me," Shakti shot back. Their trust shattered. They grabbed the bag and began fighting, pulling it from each other's hands. In the struggle, the bag tore open. The gold coins spilled everywhere, rolling into bushes, falling into a nearby stream, and sinking into mud. By the time they stopped fighting, panting and exhausted, the treasure was gone. The stream carried many coins away. Animals had trampled some, and the rest was scattered beyond finding in the darkness. They had lost everything. Birju dropped to the ground, holding his head. "We were such fools. Our friendship was worth more than any amount of gold, yet we chose greed." Shakti's eyes filled with tears. "You're right. Look what selfishness has done to us. Not only did we lose the treasure, but we almost lost each other too." They sat quietly under the tree, ashamed of their actions. The treasure that could have changed their lives had slipped through their fingers because of mistrust and greed. From that day forward, Birju and Shakti promised never to let wealth come between them again. They returned to their village, empty-handed but wiser, realizing that true wealth lay in honesty, hard work and friendship. Moral: greed and selfishness can destroy even the strongest bonds and take away blessings. True happiness comes not from wealth but from trust, honesty, and friendship. If you like my story, please like, comment and subscribe.